Day 5 in isolation. I know that it may seem like it's been longer, but here we are. So a couple things for today. Get outside, it's beautiful. You need to be outside. Get some vitamin D on your skin, let the air kind of move around. I put a list of things to consider for today. Maybe read for a little bit, meditate for a little bit, call somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while. For those of you who aren't working. For those of you who are working, keep working. You're keeping our economy alive. Don't stop, keep after it. So a couple of big announcements. I'll be sending out an email either today or tomorrow outlining sort of how this is all gonna work. But we're really excited. News River has partnered with CrossFit Industry, CrossFit Watchtower, and we're gonna be bringing you 4 virtual classes a day at various times with various coaches from all across North America. So really excited to do that. We also have some really cool guest coaches that we're gonna be announcing, some really high-level athletes, some really well-respected folks in their field. So something to stay tuned for, and it's only gonna be exclusive for Wheelwod affiliates. It's only for our athletes, it's only for our members. It's being curated by our coaches who coach by the same standard in these gyms. So we're really excited to be able to bring that to you. That information will be going out in the next day or so. We just have to finalize a few of the details, but the first class will be live on Zoom. So download the Zoom app or create a Zoom account on your PC Sunday at 12 o'clock. We're gonna be doing a mobility class. It'll be hosted by CrossFit Industry, so Sunday at 12 o'clock. So definitely wanna download the app, but more information on the schedule, the details, and kind of the flow will be coming out. I just wanna walk you through what we got on deck for today. Like I said, it's a beautiful day, so if you can get outside, get out. So we're gonna start our warm-up today, kind of like what we did yesterday through mountain climbers. Get the body weight, the body moving, kind of suck up the abs, put the knees up to the elbows. This is also a great warm-up for those of you who suck at double unders. So if you need to spend a little bit of time here, like don't just run through a warm-up to get better at doing warming up. Spend some time here, either run through missed attempts on your double unders, or if you're proficient at double unders, hit the warm-up with the intent of only doing these sets unbroken. So if you trip, restart, all right? So your warm-up just alters between mountain climbers, double unders, 50, 30, and then 10. And again, same thing, if you're proficient, go for unbroken sets. If you're not, go for missed attempts. Either or, take the opportunity to get better at it. We'll move into the overhead squat today. If you've got a barbell, if you got your home gym set up, build to a heavy set of 5. Okay, kind of standard what we do in here, 7-7-5-5-3-3 model. Today we're just building up to a heavy set of 5 through 4 sets. But what I want you to do before you get into that is grab a broom or a PVC pipe and just get the scaps awake, get the shoulders moving, get a little bit of blood flow into scap push-ups, back rack, strict press. Remember, active shoulder position, drive straight through the back rack position, and then pass-throughs, okay? Once you get through that, if you have a squat rack at home, take it from the squat rack, back jerk the bar, let you lift more weight. If you don't, you can build one out of boxes, or maybe you can just see if Carl's busy, maybe he can come over, pick the bar up for you, put it over your head, and then you can rack it. Both are options. If you have a Carl or a squat rack, use them. If you don't have a Carl or a squat rack, you can snatch the bar off the ground. Next piece here, if you don't have the equipment to do so, what I want you to do is either using a broomstick or a PVC pipe, try to build, and take a walk with me, try to build an uneven overhead squat. So what we took here, the mighty sword from the other side of the room, we just stacked a little bit of extra weight on it, and now when I do my overhead squat with a 3-second pause at the bottom, I have an uneven squat position, all right? So you can do that by the same rep scheme, and just a 3-second pause at the bottom. You can use anything to make this weight uneven. You could, fix a backpack to it with some weight. Maybe use one of those wrist weights that you have laying around from like the Jane Fonda days of fitness. So anything you can do to build an uneven surface would be ideal. Come on back. So after you finish up with your overhead squat set, the workout, the intent, the focus today, overhead squats. Imagine that. We stacked a movement with a movement. Seeing a theme here. So yes, chest to bar pull-ups are great, but if you don't have a pull-up bar, don't overthink that scalability. Just try to replicate the movement. If you have a resistance band, And we'll show you in just a second. You can do a resistance band pull down, or if you just have some dumbbells, go for a dumbbell strict press. Active shoulder strict press. Really get the shoulders to be smoked out, going back into that overhead squat position for this. What I would say on the focus, so this is 30 movements executed in every 2 minutes times 5 rounds. So really this is actually hard and fast workout. Couple things to think about. If you're trying to do pull-ups, maybe 15 is a high amount of volume for you, and you are doing them and you have a band or you don't have a band and however you're doing it, 15 could be high volume, all right? So the first thing that I would say is before you start scaling the movement, scale the reps. So if you're trying to perform this workout under the 2-minute time domain and you're having a hard time getting it, knock this down to 10, all right? Don't knock down the overhead squat movement first. This is the focus, okay? Remember, stack to stack, we're moving one movement into the other piece of the workout. Scale the reps here before you scale the movement. Scale the movement if you're struggling to get full range of motion, chin over the bar, so on and so forth. If you don't have a pull-up bar, we'll walk you over here on the banded situation, real simple. If you need a resistance band, as you can tell, we still have plenty. Come on in, grab one, all right? Just a nice active shoulder pull down, okay? Again, what you're really trying to do is get the shoulders kind of lit up before you do the overhead squat. So, just to recap, you have 5 rounds, executing every 2 minutes, 15 chest to bar pull-ups, ring rows if you have rings. TRX bands are a good way to do it too. You could use TRX bands. And then 15 overhead squats. If you're using the sword with the weight or a broomstick with an odd object on it, you're still gonna execute 15, but you're going to do a 3-second pause. So if you use the time, it's gonna take you almost 45 seconds to do one squat set. So now you see your time for rest is very limited in this workout. So you need to move quickly on your pull-ups. Other side of that, if you're struggling to finish within a minute 30 to a minute 40, you need to reassess the amount of reps that you're doing for each move, all right? So I just wanna say thanks again with everyone's patience. It's been kind of a strange week, but we're learning, we're adapting. Neuse River is dedicated to do whatever it takes to keep you guys involved and keep you moving. I strongly suggest checking in with each other, maybe reaching out, going for a run with one another. The trail is out back. Buffalo Road Athletic Park was absolutely bustling with energy yesterday. People were on the track. We went out and hit a quick track workout. So get outside, enjoy the weather, enjoy each other, check in with each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Keep your eyes tuned. I'll be sending that email out in the next 24 to 48 hours. Cheers, guys. All right, guys, I just want to bring we went through the whole program today. The last thing that I forgot to address is, I think I figured out a name. We're going to call it the WOD Together Challenge, as we WOD together with industry and Watchtower and the other affiliates within the network. We're going to put these challenges out there for you to be able to do, and maybe do a little social media post to kind of encourage each other, because we will be working from different areas of the hemisphere. It'd be really cool to build that community kind of outward from Raleigh. So hashtag WOD Together. Make sure you tag Wheelwod in any of the posts that you put on. Make sure you tag Neuse River in any of the posts. But today's work, what you got? It's a 1 mile in total run. It's a work-rest ratio of 1 to 1. So if you run a 226 400, you're gonna rest for 226. The intent is to try to maintain all 400-meter runs within a 10 to 12 second window of each other. So don't let the pace fall off too much. You definitely want to apply force in the first set to kind of get it going. Post it up, guys. Good luck.